Hey, this is Mark Panagoni, PGA professional here at Iona Lake Golf Club. We're going to talk about a very important element of a good golf swing, and that is forward shaft lean at impact. So when you hit the golf ball, the club head should lag behind the handle until the ball is struck, and therefore when your ball gets hit, the golf club should be leaning forward with the handle ahead of the club head. Now, why is that important? Well, one of the things that you will gain from that is an inside to out path with the club head. If the handle stays forward on the downswing like this, your club head will hit inside to out. So that's a big part of inside to out. Not the only thing about inside to out path, but a big part of it. If you're making your downswing and you start sending the club head out with your hands and it catches up to your hands, your club is going to go probably outside the ball at that point, and then in order to hit it, it's going to have to come back in. So now you created an outside the in path, which is going to usually impart counter or clockwise spin, making the ball curve to the right. So you don't want to cast it. You don't want to send the head out past the handle, at least until the ball struck. Now that's one thing that it affects. The other part of it is if you send the club head out ahead of the handle, and let's say you don't go out this way with it, but you go this direction with the handle, now you're going to hit fat shots. So when you've sent the head forward with the hands, you also cause the bottom of the swing to happen prematurely, and you're going to hit fat. You might even hit them thin but what you're doing is you're creating the low point of your golf swing behind the ball when you send the club head forward of the hands. So you want to maintain forward shaft lean, keep the handle ahead of the club head until the ball is struck. Now, most people that try to do that fail, and one of the main reasons I've found is that they set up too far away from the ball at address. So when you're too far from the ball, and people do that in order to extend their arms or whatever the logic is, but the problem is when you're farther away from the ball than you should be, then when the club is approaching the ball, you're going to have to send the hands like this, use the hands and send the club head out to the ball. You won't be able to drag the club head behind the hands and still hit it. So the only way you can do that is to be really close to the ball, hips back out of the way, arms straight to the ground from the shoulders, and your hands really with an iron, like a wedge. This is a wedge. My hands ought to be almost over my shoestrings, not just my toes. So, and it does vary depending on the person's build and of course the golf club they're using. So, but when I'm setting up, you'll see this. You see a lot of pros. Jim Furyk is really super close to the ball. Most pros, when they set up to a golf shot, their hands are with an iron especially, are over the middle of their shoes or somewhere over their shoes. You'll see most high handicappers with their arms out like this, reaching. So then they have to do that. Now, the first way to get improvement in this area is to begin setting up closer to the ball so that you at least can have a chance to lead with the hands into the ball. Because if you set up too far from it, no matter what you try to do, you're going to have to send the club head out. Or if you lag with your hands, you might start hitting them off the toe because you're not getting enough reach. You're used to being farther away from the ball and reaching with the club like this. So first step, wean yourself off of that position from too far from the ball. Get a little closer, try to lag with the handle a little better, and then that'll give you an inside to out path and a downward strike on your irons. Again, distance from the ball affects it. You'd like to be forward with the handle so that you can hit down on the ball and you can hit inside to out. I'll try to demonstrate that. Well, not too bad. On the green, a little fat, but not bad.